All right, let's talk about content repurposing. We're gonna take one piece of content and we're gonna turn it into something else. All right, so with content repurposing, the idea is we put a lot of work into a singular piece of content, blog post, video, podcast. Don't let it just sit there, you did all this work. What other content can we turn that into? So when it comes to content repurposing, we can either extract or expand. So let me break down what I mean by those two. So with extracting, that is, we are pulling out other pieces of content out of something bigger. So this could be like a long form guide, a long blog post, sort of like a pillar content, something that's like goes very in depth. This could be a video, this could be a podcast episode, something that is long, and we're going to extract pieces out of it. What do those pieces look like? Could be anything. It could be other blog posts, smaller blog posts, could be tweets, could be tweet threads, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, extracting video clips if this is a video that turn into shorts for TikTok, YouTube. If it's a podcast, it's extracting clips that are long enough for YouTube, so like 5-7 minute clip, and then extracting again shorts. If it's a blog post or a long guide, turning that into possibly a singular video or possibly a series of videos. Those are some of the easy ones. It could also turn into taking that content, turning it into a webinar, or turning it into a presentation. Or it could go the other way. I actually talked about content repurposing in a presentation recently, and now I'm turning it into a video because I already talked about it, and we have this cool graphic that we showed at the beginning. So I also wanted to repurpose that graphic because Christina did a lot of good work on it, and I don't want it to just sit in a slideshow that no one ever sees again. It could also turn into an ebook or a long guide that you then use as a lead magnet and distribute behind like an email sign up page. You know, if you take that long blog post, I've heard of stories of people who literally take blog posts that are publicly available and just format it into an ebook and then put it behind a lead magnet sign up thing, and people put in their email to get the PDF of the thing that they could easily just read without having to put their email in online with no email. So don't think that, oh, because it's here, you know, people know it's here, that like, why should I repurpose it? Repurpose it. So that is extracting. We got a bigger piece of content and we're just going to pull out multiple things from it. Now, the other direction that I see with content repurposing is expanding. And so expanding is useful if you perhaps want to kind of test the waters or see if there's some traction with an idea before you double down and invest further in it with time, resources, money. So this would mean a tweet, a story, Instagram reel, YouTube short, some small short piece of content that if it then gets some traction, takes off, you expand on that idea and then you double down on it. And also, I've taken some small ideas and repurposed the small ideas into other forms, because sometimes a small idea, it's just a good small idea. So like I've taken tweets and some tweet threads, and then I just kind of spoke out the tweet and recorded that as a short. That one of those shorts that I did from a tweet thread, it got like 10,000 views on Instagram. It doesn't have to be like take a tweet and turn it into a long form blog post guide or like a long video. It could also just be repurposing shorter content, take that molecule, that atom of an idea, and just repurpose that atom into other mediums, other formats. It also could be a newsletter. Take that smaller idea, post it on a newsletter, which is maybe like a medium form length, depending what format your newsletter is. And then also if you get some response from that, expand it into something a little bit bigger, like a video or a longer blog post. So kind of a quick video. Those are just some ideas to repurpose content, but I like to think of like the direction I want to repurpose the content, not just like everything is a big cycle. There's directions where it's like, okay, do I want to put my effort onto working on some big piece of content and then I'm going to extract a lot of other little pieces from it? Or am I not quite sure if this idea is ready for a big piece of content, I want to test it out? So then I'll put little smaller form ideas out there, and then if they get some traction, I'll expand on them and double down on that idea because I kind of validated it, people are interested. I feel like I scratched the surface with like what types of content you could do. So let me know what other forms you've extracted, if you, like what directions you've gone, how you've repurposed content. Let me know in the comments. I would love to know what I missed here, what other kinds of forms of content I missed here. So let me know. If you like this video, appreciate a subscribe. This channel is a bit of an experiment, which I'm going to explain in another video. I'll have it pop up here once that video is live. So a subscribe would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.